wasn't a coincidence.
Half of corporate spending?
It says nearly half of corporate spending came from cryptocurrency. One of the most aggressive corporate spending sprees in modern political history. How the current administration is, violating emoluments clause and so much more in regards to running the business out of the Oval Office.
Particular
You just dropped
matter,
not enough evidence?
I can't address any particular.
Trump's World Liberty Financial, worth $500 million. The Trump admin then allowed the UAE to purchase 35,000 highly valued AI chips. I still say that, right? No? I don't know. It just looks very suspicious.
Gentleman yields back. The gentlewoman from Michigan, Ms. Tlaib, is now recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. Chairman Atkins, is it a coincidence that only weeks after Trump family-owned World Liberty Financial launched its stablecoin, the SEC's Division of Corporation Finance that oversees released a statement declaring that stablecoins are not securities?
I don't think one has to do with anything with the other, but the stablecoin aspect came from ultimately from the Genius Act, obviously, which took stablecoins out of.
So no coincidence. Let me tell you why my residents think it wasn't a coincidence. During the 2024 election cycle, nearly half, Mr. Chair, of corporate spending came from crypto industry. Did you know that?
Half of corporate spending came?
It says nearly half of corporate spending came from cryptocurrency industry, the crypto industry, into the 2024 election cycle. Did you know that?
I've not.
Oh, yeah, I can share with your team the report on that. So crypto intervened in dozens of elections across our nation, spending more than banks and oil companies. Experts have called it, quote, one of the most aggressive corporate spending sprees in modern political history. Fast forward to today, Mr. Chair, and the SEC has dismissed, right? Fast forward, dismissed or stayed enforcement actions against major crypto-related donors or supporters of President Trump, such as Coinbase, Kraken, Binance, Justin Sun. The commission has seen significant reductions in staffing, of course, right? With perhaps 1 in 5 staffers leaving. Whistleblower awards are down dramatically. And policies are issued without allowing public comment. Do you see what I'm saying here? And the SEC has basically stopped its enforcement efforts in favor of regulation by the CFTC, which has far fewer resources and staff. So my residents are asking, is this a coincidence? I don't think so. And I said, Mr. Chairman, out of all due respect, I hope you understand the incredible importance of your position. Because it looks to me like cryptocurrency is getting a tremendous return in its political investments. I can't fault anyone who thinks your agency is bought and paid for, especially my constituents and residents that watch, again, how the current administration is, violating emoluments clause and so much more in regards to running the business out of the Oval Office. But other things are, and I don't know, you answer this question, folks are listening. So is it a coincidence that Trump pardoned the founder of Binance, who was convicted of money laundering, and now Binance holds roughly 87% of all Trump stablecoins in circulation, worth $4.7 billion? Are you aware?
Well, Madam, we follow the law as far as the actions of the
Genius
Commission, and
Act.
we take our duties
see.
seriously and on enforcement, investigations, and rulemaking.
But Mr. Chairman, why, after Justin Sun invested $75 million in Trump's World Liberty Financial, did SEC drop its civil fraud case against them?
Well, I can't address any particular
You just dropped
matter,
not enough evidence?
I can't address any particular matter, but especially ones that are still under consideration.
No, you dropped the case. It's done. You said there's no fraud.
Not completely. So anyway,
Not completely?
we dropped,
that's good news.
We dropped the registration issue, which I think is a red herring from the previous administration.
Okay, so another one. Months after the firm tied to the Emirati royal family purchased 49% stake in World Liberty Financial. And just for folks to understand, Trump's World Liberty Financial, worth $500 million. The Trump admin then allowed the UAE to purchase 35,000 highly valued AI chips. Did you know that one?
Again, I can't speak to any.
Oh, it just
particular
smells
issue.
funny. Is that, people still say that, right? No? I don't know, it just looks very suspicious. And it doesn't give us a lot of faith that you guys are not being influenced by the Trump administration's World Liberty Financial investments. It just, Mr. Chairman, I understand, but all these dropping of cases and everything just poof out of the window. It doesn't look right.
Well,
Gentlelady's time has expired. I'd like to thank Chairman Atkins for his testimony today. Without objection, all members will have 5 legislative days to submit additional written questions for the witness to the chair. The questions will be forwarded to the witness for his response. Chairman Atkins, please respond no back. The gentleman from Pennsylvania, Mr. Muser, who is also the chair of the Subcommittee on Oversight and Investigations, is now recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Chairman. Good afternoon, Chairman. Nice to have you with us. So I'd like to focus on capital formation, how the SEC can ensure our public markets remain the strongest in the world for companies looking to raise capital. The INVEST Act, I think, as you know, is a strong step in that direction, reducing such barriers for small issuers, strengthening private markets, and expanding capital formation opportunities. Under your leadership, working alongside the President Trump's pro-growth agenda, IPO activity rose nearly 50%, increasing from 154 offerings in 2024 to 226 in 2025. So that's, of course, very, very positive development. On January 28th, I'd like to ask you this question. We sent a letter requesting any recovered deleted text messages from the former Chair Gensler. This request stemmed in part from Chair Gensler's well-known lack of cooperation with this committee. These texts are of significant interest to our oversight work to fully uncover what was deleted. Can you comment on the current effort?
well, we are actively looking to see what we can do to reconstruct, the missing data, because obviously there are statutes and other things that require us to keep that. So we're working on that, and I can keep you updated.
Thank you. I appreciate that. As you well know, the Consolidated Audit Trail, or CAT, is the massive trade tracking database the SEC mandated exchanges and broker-dealers to build. Many Republicans have serious concerns about the scope of data collection and the privacy risks posed by such a large centralized system that collects investor data. Does the SEC believe it has or should seek authority to reimburse the industry mandated to fund the CAT or eliminate the system altogether?
We're actively working with, the members of the CAT committee and to try to right-size it. And then we have a lot of issues that need to be addressed. And so we will be, we're actively working on this, and ultimately, we'll be talking perhaps to the appropriators about some of these issues.